All right, good morning. Are you ready for some culture shocks? My name is Max Young from Weibo, Australia. We're the authorized agent for Weibo in Australia and New Zealand. And as you may know, Weibo is a popular Chinese social media, and China is a very important market for global tourism industry, including museums. So today I'm going to show you how museums can achieve amazing outcomes by using Chinese social media like Weibo. To start with, I have an interesting video showing you how Chinese people actually use mobile internet and use social media in their daily lives.
好，你再来看，看不见，看不见。
So the question would be, even a pancake, so can I have the lights on? Thanks. So even a pancake mom who sells pancakes on the street has the social media or mobile internet strategy. What about you? So in China, there are more than 400 museums using Weibo as a communication channel to interact with their followers or their visitors. However, foreign museums are quite conservative in terms of tapping into the Chinese social media market. As you can see here, only about 11 museums have joined Weibo with a verified account, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the VA Museum, and the iconic Sydney Opera House. So with high quality daily contents and engaging ways of creating conversations among Chinese art lovers and travelers, VA Museum, for example, they have successfully attracted more than 24,000 followers. 41% of them from Beijing, 19.6% from Guangdong, 12.6% from Shanghai, and 11.4% from the onshore market of the UK. And Beijing, Shanghai, Guangdong are the most developed area in China, where people are more likely to visit foreign museums, are more likely to appreciate foreign ideas. So surely establish an account or a presence on Weibo can help you to attract visitations from China. But China is still a developing country, so how big is the internet market we're talking about? In China, there's more than 618 million internet users, and 562 million of them are actually social media users. And also in China, there are more than 625 million social media accounts. And some people may think Weibo is just a Chinese social media that's only popular in China. However, around the globe, we have more than 536 million users, including 1.2 million based in Australia. And in 2013 alone, more than 1.4 billion posts were shared on Weibo. So I guess Chinese people are very talkative when they talk online. So you may want to know what exactly is Weibo. So here's the definition. Weibo stands for microblog in Mandarin Chinese. So actually 2 characters, microblog. It has similar format like Twitter. So you're able to put in 140 characters in each post. However, in Chinese, a character is actually a word. So 140 Chinese characters can give you a greater flexibility than 140 English letters. So you're able to put more contents in each post. And also Weibo has similar more like media characters like Twitter. So everything on Weibo can be spread out very quickly. For example, when there's a breaking news, a lot of news agencies, they use Weibo as their first channel. So yeah, like Weibo can send out your message very quickly and easily. And also Weibo, Chinese people love to build relationships. So we call it guanxi. It is very important in the Chinese society. We believe relationships and connections are the key to success. So Weibo devotes to build a platform where people can socialize with each other, just like Facebook did to the rest of the world, sadly excluding China. So if in this way can make you remember Weibo easily, you can just say Weibo equals to Twitter plus Facebook, the WTF equation. Yeah, or maybe not, maybe not. So here is the how Weibo look like. As you can see, we have 2 different versions. We construct these 2 different versions differently because we want them to serve different purposes. The PC version is more about comprehensively displaying your brand and your image. And then the mobile version focuses more on the daily contents display and interactions. But on top of both versions, you have this account information display area where people can get basic information about you. So for example, how many followers you have and some background information they can get from right there. And also that blue tick or the blue V icon represents verification. So for business users, we highly recommend them to verify their accounts. Because in China, besides relationships, Chinese people believe in authority due to the political environment. So if you are verified like business accounts, people are more likely to follow you and trust the information you post on Weibo. And with verification, you can also customize your page. For example, like Sydney Opera House, they put a picture slideshow to redirect people to a landing page or maybe a Weibo post they've published previously. You can even put a promotional video on your homepage as well. Here is how a Weibo post look like. Up to 140 characters and up to 9 pictures or a video can be attached. And with verification, you can also have this backstage data where it help you to monitor your page performance easily. So like all the other social medias, you have like follow growth trend, follow active time, interaction rate, and so on. The one thing I want to point out is the keyword notify function. So for example, Sydney Opera House could use Sydney Opera House as their keyword. Normally when someone wants to notify a user, they have to add their username to get them notified. However, with this keyword notify function, they can get all the posts contain that keyword they have chosen to their backstage. So it helps you to understand the Chinese, like how they interpret your brand and how, like, your brand image from their perspective. And sometimes you might just be lucky enough to hit the lucky pot, the celebrities. They love to travel and talk about different things. Just like Nanxie, for example, she put together a Lego Sydney Opera House, and then she shared the pictures on Weibo. And then this Li Hongwang, he is a famous singer, and he visits Sydney Opera House with his family, and he shared the picture with his 47.6 billion followers. So if you're able to jump into this conversation, you can create topic around your brand and even attract followers from their follower base. So besides daily management, campaigns and activities could be a great idea to help you to attract new Chinese visitors or Chinese followers. Sydney Opera House have conducted a campaign earlier this year to celebrate the Chinese New Year. So basically, they ask people to put a picture about Sydney Opera House on Weibo, so to win this lantern. So basically, you can if you want to win a lantern, you have to first follow Sydney Opera House, and then you have to put that picture on. And when you put the picture on Weibo, you have to add Sydney Opera House and add 3 of your friends. So clearly, they want to get more followers and make more people follow them, make more people be aware of their brand's awareness, brand on Weibo. So here's the result for the campaign. So this crazy thing is called the dissemination map. So all the blue dots represent users who have participated in the campaign, and all the pink lines represent direct interaction from the original post, and blue lines represent organic shares. So they got about 213 direct interactions and about 50,000 people who have seen their post, which is quite good. But how can we make it better? We can start with the poster design, because more than 70% of Weibo users log on to their account daily with mobile phones. So this is what we're going to see, the poster, when they click on their mobile phone. As you can see, Chinese characters are more sophisticated than English letters. So you really have to zoom in to keep reading it. However, when you zoom in, you can't see the full picture. You have to move around to read it. So on Weibo, we recommend long posters like this. You're able to optimize for mobile users. And here's another example. It's a Eureka Sky Deck from Melbourne. So they use a long post to comprehensively introduce themselves to the Chinese audience. So people just need to scroll down to see all the information, which make the reading experience very easy and smooth. The second one is they basically ask their existing followers to follow them again, because the normal post can be only seen by their followers. So how can you push you post to non-followers? You can use fan style campaigns, just like Facebook. They have sponsored ads. So this is a news feed sponsored ad we have on Weibo as well. You can use demographic characters to design a specific post to target a specific audience. So you're able to turn something like this into something viral like that. A lot of people think Weibo is just a broadcasting channel. However, we do have this inbox messaging thing available for business users. We call it a fan service platform. So you're able to put a navigation bar in there to redirect people to your website or landing page. And you even can put like auto response message. For example, people keep asking when is your opening hours for museums. You can just simply set opening hours as a keyword and then set a corresponding auto reply. So people who send you that message can get an auto reply within seconds. So I just try to link all my points together. So at Weibo, we try to create a close marketing circle for all the business users. So you start with, use fan style campaigns to reach as many potential visitors as possible. And then you go through the inbox more intimate relationship building stage, where you can try to build relationships, because Chinese people appreciate relationships. And then when you have a strong online relationship, they're more likely to visit you offline. And when they visit you offline, they're going to share the experience. So yeah, you can use their experience as word of mouth to attract new followers, which go back to the first stage. And yeah, so in the future, we're going to make this online interaction to offline visitation even more smoothly. So we're going to create a service section within the current one. So people can just click into your Weibo page to see all the comprehensive information about you. It's more like a mini website. So you don't have to spend extra resources to build up a Chinese version website. You can just use Weibo as your mini website. And we just launched the Weibo Pay, which allows Weibo users to buy stuff on Weibo directly. So in the future, people can buy tickets directly through your Weibo account. Marketing is no longer about the stuff you make. It's more about the stories you tell. So please tell your stories on Weibo. We'll have 536 million people around the globe waiting for your stories. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. We all understand that we need to hire Chinese staff now in our museum because we really can't do without you. So, yeah, that's great. Can you just have a seat and join us? And I'm happy to introduce our next speaker, Chinese speaker, Marco Ma. Marco has been working a lot in Google for 5 years because before they closed Google in China. He has been involved with Nokia in Finland as well. And he has worked a lot in Hong Kong launching Moleskine. So he knows the environment in China and Hong Kong and also obviously Baidu very well.
Thanks. And thanks, Max, for the beautiful presentation. So I think I can skip some of my part of Weibo. All right. I'm highly honored to be here today to introduce Chinese digital marketing and the landscape to all of you and share my personal experience as well. So it's a big topic because due to the time limit, I just want to control every content can be delivered at the same time. So basically we have 4 points to talk about. It's China digital landscape, why not Google, and advertising policies and regulations in China. And the last one will be most important about smart choice of integrated marketing for museums. So, all right, for China digital landscape, we can see from the chart. Currently, there's more than 630 million internet users in China, and the internet penetration rate is pretty low. It's just 46%. Comparing to the developed country, it's more than 80% in Australia for the internet penetration rate. But the good point in China is there's more than 83% of users who would like to use their mobile devices to view the website or to get to social with friends. And the internet engagement rate is quite high here. It's more than 50%, which shows the users in China, they would like to activities online and also to engagements with friends through the internet online business. So when we talk about China digital channels and digital medias, it's pretty hard to understand the Chinese characters, but we can compare the Chinese channels with US and global channels as well. So for video sharing website, Youku is like YouTube, and Taobao is, I think that it currently is the biggest online e-commerce platform as well. And the group Alibaba went IPO in this September 19th, and it achieved the biggest IPO in the history, which is $25 billion US, which is like eBay and Amazon. And Renren is a personal social network site, which is like Facebook. Kaixin is a professional social network site like LinkedIn. But the latest news, LinkedIn came to China market starting from early of this year. So they opened their subsidiary companies in China already. And Baidu and Google, yeah, for sure, they are competitors. I will talk about them later. And Weibo, they say Weibo copied the business model of Twitter, but I think from Max's presentation, you will agree with me that currently Weibo is more than Twitter. And QQ Zone is like the blog website like WordPress. So the data may not be up to date for the registered accounts in China, digital and social media, but we can see that definitely microblog has the largest users in China. And Renren, Kaixin, and Douban, they are social networks, and they have more than 800 million registered accounts, which has already exceeded Chinese netizen people. And WeChat, the instant message, MSN has died, and WeChat is the emerging instant message in China and also in most of the Asian countries. And the users for WeChat is no longer 300 million. It has had a significant growth in the past year. So I will show you the exact amount now. And Youku and TV of Sohu, they are like the video sharing website with YouTube, and they have more than 200 million users. And the last one is about photo sharing websites. It's like Instagram. In China, it's not so popular, so the users is just over 5 million. So, come back to the WeChat. As I mentioned, it had a significant growth in the past 2 to 3 years. It looks like a line, but from the functionality point of view, it's more than line. And the users' growth is super fast in the last 2 years, and now it's more than 600 million registered users. And which is more interesting that there's more than 100 million users that are outside China. Maybe they're Chinese students overseas, but the amount of the overseas user is quite huge. So, I think everyone knows Google is a giant. For me, the same, because I worked in Google for more than 5 years in Greater China area. But why Google cannot get survived in China? Why Baidu can dominate the market? And I will talk something about that. So from the China search engine marketing revenue share, we can see Baidu has around 80% of the revenue in the search engine market, which is definitely the dominant in the market. But it's a surprise, Google.com.hk still the runner-up this year from the revenue point of view. The reason was because Google has the overseas business, and they can help Chinese enterprises to promote their business overseas. So mainly for travel industry, gaming industry, and technical industry like mobile phones, they still invested a lot on Google. And you know, Google, actually I cannot use the word quit, but actually Google.cn stopped the service in 2010. So that's why Baidu can dominate the market now. And Sogou is a third place in China's search engine market as well. So now it's like a three-kingdom period in China. Baidu, Sogou, and 360 Search, they are the top 3 China search engine platforms. So from users' behavior, we can see that Google's user behavior is quite different from users when they visit Baidu, because people may just concentrate to the top left side on Google, but Chinese people, when search on Baidu, they would like to view more content and the web page all through the whole screen. So that's quite different. All right, so talking about advertising policies, I have to say it's boring, but it's pretty interesting when I was the policy reviewer in Google. So there are several parts we cannot touch. The first one is politics. Any comments about politics may not good to be advertised. And pharmacy and hard alcohols and gambling and porns. So we won't touch this area in China. And Google has their policy center online, so you can easily get this policy information online. But Baidu couldn't open any of the policy page because it's pretty in gray area they want to control and manually check it. So China advertising policy regulation has already been published online, but I don't think it's very useful because it's changed time to time to meet the government requirements. So the last part is about the smart choice for integrated digital marketing for museums. And this model, I brought up this model in 2010, is the integrated digital marketing model, including PR, Solomo, social, local, and mobile, and EDM, which is traditional digital marketing vehicles, and online ads with search engine marketing and affiliate marketing, and website construction and search engine optimization as well. So this is the whole picture of an integrated digital marketing. So from Chinese consumer behavior analysis, it's quite interesting that we can see most of the Chinese users like to view social networks and also the news and the multimedia online. Their activity rate is much higher than global benchmarks on social media and news and multimedia, so which shows how important it is for social media promotion of museums in China. And if I'm asked what are top 3 media channels in China I would recommend to you, I would say WeChat, Weibo, and Douban. They are top 3 recommended social media channels in China. So why WeChat? Of course, WeChat has more than 600 million users, and they have the smartphone covered more than 96%, and it has a very good brand awareness and traffic platform, because you can open the WeChat account, you can build up your own store, and you can promote your museum or your business by gaming and also by promotions. But the weakness of WeChat is it's very hard to recruit new members and requires a different strategy approach than Weibo, because WeChat is more than an instant messaging platform. And Weibo, just Max mentioned, is a very good platform to promote stories and also post the activities of your museums. And the weakness is that maybe the activity rate on Weibo is a little bit lower comparing to instant messaging like WeChat. And why Douban? Because everyone is talking about Weibo and WeChat. I would like to mention the third party of the BBS. It's like the posting long articles on social media. And the Douban is most popular in China for the artists and also the movie fans to post their sharings and articles. So thanks. That's all for my presentation.
Thank you very much, Marco. Can you join us? So obviously we are not Chinese and don't really speak Chinese. So how can we handle accounts on Weibo and on Baidu?
Well, there are quite a few agents, like media agency. They can help you to set up accounts and even manage your account. Maybe just not only Weibo but also WeChat. And then another thing I want to mention is the difference between Weibo and WeChat. Weibo is more about an open platform where you're able to see anything. But WeChat is more like an intimate, closed channel, like a chatting app. So you have to become friends first to see their contents. But Weibo is more open, so everybody can see all the informations. So, and also back to the question is, you can find media partners to help you to run all the platforms to create a consistent identity across all the Chinese medias.
We have 2 minutes for questions. So before the next session, is there any question in the audience for Max or Marco to engage with China Digital? I mean, you can ask in English, it's not a problem. Yes.
Sorry, Leslie, could you just wait till I get to you?
Can you stand up and introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Leslie Away from AsiaLink Arts. To what extent are the museums in China linked into your sites and utilising your platforms?
So they basically use Weibo as like Facebook and Twitter here in Australia. When they have a new exhibition, they will promote on Weibo, and then they're more about building connections with the visitors, with creating a fan base, like a regular visitors, because they want to have that kind of personal touch to the visitors or followers. So they can, on the other side, they can also do advertisings, like the push paid newsfeed advertising to approach to more people when they have a newly opened exhibitions. So it's two sides. One is more about marketing, the other side is more about relationship building.
Another question. Marco, I mean, if we have to choose one search engine, which one would you advise?
I think, of course, Weibo is the biggest social media platform in China, so it's good to generate more users and also more brand awareness as well. So from this point, Weibo is very good to publish and promote your brand. And also, search engine is quite critical to most of the business in China, because Baidu dominates the market. And if you have a Chinese web page, you can promote your business and the content in China to be easily understood for users.
And you told me when we met in Melbourne that we can do that in English.
Exactly. Yes. Both English and Chinese web page can be promoted in China as well.
So just to conclude, I mean, what would be your advice for us, gallery and museum, to engage with China? Because obviously, I mean, this is a new landscape for us. So should we deal with an agency? Should we deal with a Chinese staff to hire? I mean, because we have very limited resources in museums. So what should we do?
I personally think, for search engine marketing point of view, because it's more technical, need day-to-day, time-to-time optimization. So you may really need agencies' help on the optimization of the keywords and also the campaigns. And also for the social media part, it's hard on operation. So you need agencies' help on how to organize the topics and how to have more influence and followers to your social media platform.
And also, I think like for social media, it's quite hard in the beginning to set up the platform. So you do need agency help. And it's more cost effective because you may need a team to operate different platforms. So like it's cost-wise, more effective in that way. But later on, if you have an established one, and then if you want to put more resources, do it internally, that's possible as well.
Great. So we will speak with you during the break. Thank you very much.
Thanks.